Friends, Tokyo Joe here, coming at you almost live from Tokyo Midtown, Tokyo Town, in the land of Japan. That's right, friends, the land of Japan. Today, part 2 of the series on teaching English in Japan, how to do it, how not to do it, pros and cons, what's happening on the ground, realities of the teaching live of the ESL teaching community over here in Tokyo Town in the land of Japan, friends. That's right, part 2. Y'all checked out my first video, which is about teaching in Japan, how to do it, how not to do it. It's there on my channel, friends. Please take a look at that before you listen to this podcast. But please rate, subscribe, and comment, because as you know, I live for your comments. Your comments are what make this video worthwhile, because after all, I ain't no English teacher. I'm just Tokyo Joe. I know Tokyo. But another thing, I also know the ESL industry vicariously, because I see you guys around town. I read your blogs. I see the look in your eye. I see the way you walk. I see the way you get to lessons every day. And I even talk to some of you. You come up to me and tell me, Tokyo Joe, here's a skinny of what's happening in the teaching industry here in Tokyo Town. And friends, many years ago when I first came to Japan, I had friends who ran schools, and I had friends who taught English, and I used to talk to them, and I know how it used to be, and I know how it is now. And today is what we're going to talk about. Now, if you haven't already, please check out my other video, yen to reach 400 to 500 yen to a dollar by 2017. That's a prediction, friends, from a former Soros investment advisor. And you can see the podcast, listen to the podcast about that. If that happens, friends, I know many people here in Tokyo Town are going to be wiped out. Why? Well, friends, right now, the yen is probably at the highest it's ever been. And many of you don't realize, but back in sometime around the mid-late 70s, I guess, the yen used to be roughly 300 yen to a dollar. That's right. Can you believe it? 300 yen to a dollar? Well, it looks like those days are coming back. I sure hope not. But I ain't no expert. And this economist tells us that it will happen. So maybe it will. So check out that video and let me know what you think. Now, for those of you who are in Japan listening to this, teaching English, what do you think? Are you teaching English in Japan? Are you teaching for a GET program? Good. Are you teaching for an as an ALT? Are you teaching at an Eikaiwa, GEBA, ECC, Interact, GIAS, NOVA, Hello? I don't know if some of those schools are hiring people no more. I ain't seen them around. I guess they've gone by the wayside. It's funny because nobody ever thinks that their school will go by the wayside, right? But it can happen. First thing you got to know is, if you are teaching English in Japan, you are going to be surrounded by the same kind of low-rent Bachelor of Arts in bullshit gaijins that you came to Japan to avoid in the first place. That's the problem right there. If you're hoping to come to Japan and be all special. And by the way, if you think you're coming to Japan to be special, check out my other video, The Gaijin Rules, Part 1. And that will continue that series. But are you teaching for one of these large companies? Let me guess what you're making. Let me guess that you're sitting there 40, 50 hours a week, if that, and you're getting paid 250,000 yen a month. You're getting paid $2,000 a month. Wait a second. exchange rate's a bit better right now. But for how long, friends? But wait a second. You ain't getting paid $250,000. I hear the stories around Tokyo Town, friends, and they ain't so good. Let me tell you, there are people getting paid 200,000 yen a month. No paid vacations. No Oban. That's right. In the space of 5-10 years, it's gone from 250,000 or more paid vacations to weeks, paid Oban, lots of great places you could live right near your school, and now you're going to be lucky to get 200,000. In fact, you might be lucky to get 150,000 in a month, friends. You know, and guess what, friends? Some of those schools out there are going to be real generous to you. That's right. They're going to be real generous. They're going to make you edit things. You're going to be the chief proofreader. You're going to be the guy who just got to be the clown who keeps the kids entertained. Because after all, that's all English teaching is. For 99% of most of you out here in Tokyo Town, well, sorry, 95%. I'm talking about at the schools, not private lessons or corporate ones, right? And they're going to even offer to help you find a decent apartment. Oh yeah. They're going to say to you, you know, we can't give you a nice apartment right near the school. I'm sorry. Fine. You get to be an English teacher. But you're going to have to live at the ass end of Saitama in some gaijin house with 10 other desperate gaijins sharing a one toilet. And you're going to have to catch a train and stand up for an hour in someone's sweaty armpit being crammed in like sardines. Ain't you just happy you're living the Tokyo experience? And by the way, we are so nice to you, Mr. Teacher-to-be. We are going to help you find your apartment at the ass end of Saitama Town. Have a nice day, and congratulations on your job. You are now a sensei in Tokyo Town. Friends, all of that for the privilege of getting paid. 180, 190, 200,000 yen a month. That's right. 200,000 yen a month. Right. This is what I hear. And this is what I see, friends. How much it has all changed in the last 3, 4, 5 years. So quickly. And I got a prediction to make about this, friends. For those of you thinking of coming to Japan to do this, and for those of you thinking you're in Japan right now, thinking it's going to get better, you could be right. My prediction is that it ain't going to happen, though. My prediction is it's only going to go down low. In other words, friends, you will be looking back at these days where you're getting paid 200,000 yen a month for the privilege of working at one of these prestigious schools. Because y'all know they're prestigious, right? Oh yeah, you work there. You know how prestigious these places are, right? And you're going to look back at these days with great fondness. Because you get to live your Japanese dream. Living the dream life in Japan, teaching the English. And you get paid so much money. Because I estimate in 5 years' time, your salary and your services ain't going to be worth a duck's fart, friends. There's lots of reasons for this. Number one, it appears that since the financial crisis around the world, the small world in which we live, things have only gotten worse. And there are increasing numbers of desperate Bachelor of Arts in bullshit gaijins who want to come to Tokyo Town in Japan to live the Japanese dream. that means there's more people to compete with you, friends. In fact, I would say in the last 5 years, more people have come to Japan to do this than came between the year 1975 and 1990. In other words, during the so-called glory days, right, about the same number of people came to Japan in 15 years as have probably tried to come in the last 5 alone. It's only going to accelerate. Cheap airfares, people wanted to live the dream in Tokyo Town, and I don't think that place up north, what's that place, what's them words? Die, fuck you, that's right. I don't think that little thing up north, but people say it's dangerous, but I don't know because I don't understand the physics. Okay, I know you understand the physics because you are all smart. That's why you're listening to this podcast. But I know people will not be deterred by that, and they will still keep coming, friends. So that's number one. Number two, you are going to be competing with people on the Skype. And people on the Skype are very organized. I had my friend show me the Skype, friends. Now, I don't have the Skype, but I'm going to get it. So very soon you'll be able to Skype me, Tokyo Joe, and ask me any question you want about Japan at all hours of the night and day as I'm sipping my Hibiki whiskey. But not now. But I'll tell you something. There are people from the Philippines, and there are people from all around the English-speaking third world, New Zealand, India, lots of places, who will be given lessons by Skype to the Japanese. How can you compete with that, friends? They're living in their third world country, right? Eating their food $5 a day. How can you compete with that? They'll be offering lessons, friends, for a whopping great sum of 500 yen an hour. That's right, 500 yen an hour. And you're going to compete with that? Yeah, good luck. Okay, friends, this ends part 2 of our series, Teaching English in Japan, what to do, what not to do. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you're an angry English teacher in Tokyo Town or Japan, still give me a thumbs up. Be honest with yourself, please. Don't get angry. This is the reality. You got to accept it. If you think it's otherwise, then please post your comment. I live for your comments, and I promise you, I will not censor a single one. That's a Tokyo Joe guarantee right there, friends. Okay, friends. Bye for now. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. Bye for now.